gals. I want to start doing some videos on some specific gear items and some of my thoughts and stuff behind them. Now, I want to be upfront about something first. A lot of the gear that I'm going to be showing in this video and some upcoming videos is all tactical Tailor gear. Over on my business channel, or UW Gear, as some of you may know, some of you may not, I have my own line of gear that I make myself. I'm also a tactical Tailor dealer, okay? So I'm throwing that out there up front. I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to be a shill and be sneaky and just sell something for myself. I'm just telling you that up front. I don't like tactical Tailor gear because I sell it. I sell tactical Tailor gear because I like it, okay? I've been using tactical Tailor gear long before I had my own gear company, long before I ever started selling it. I've been using it and recommending it for years, okay? So there's nothing like that going on. If you've got your favorite tactical Tailor dealer that you like to deal with, by all means, go to them. If you don't, I sell it. I'd love to have you as a customer. All that out of the way. I'm going to start doing a number of videos on stuff. Eventually I'll get out and start showing you using it in the field some. Probably quite a lot. But for now, some of the more detailed stuff like this, I just want to do inside. I hate doing stuff like this inside because you've got all the background noise and crap, and it's just annoying. I try to minimize it as much as I can, guys, but hey, it's the deep south. It's summertime. I'm out here in the workshop, and when it's 95 with a heat index of 110 in the shade, yeah, the air conditioner's got to be going and it's noisy, so sorry. That's it. So this is going to be the first in a series on some bags and backpacks, okay? We're going to start small and work our way up. I'm going to start with something else too, so bear with me through this. I'm just going to ramble for a minute. I really hate acronyms. Geez, military uses acronyms out the yin-yang. The short time I was in, good Lord, it seemed like there was an acronym for everything we did and everything we had and everything we used, and which is great. I mean, it's a way of taking a bigger series of words and narrowing them down to something smaller that's easy to say or repeat or write or whatever, and it doesn't take up half a page of paper or 10 minutes to say. I guess my problem is it's gotten to the point now where nowadays people take it into absurdity, and it annoys me. Pet peeve. Like you really wanted to hear that. But I'm going to coin a new acronym. Maybe it's already been coined. I don't know. I'm just going to start using it, just because, hey, I've got to fit in with all the high-speed, low-drag cool kids and all the hardcore prepper guys out there, right? So, or whatever it is that you want to call yourself or do. Oh, nothing done there. So let's fix that real quick. Sorry about that. Bear with me 1 second here. We're trying to accomplish multiple tasks at one time. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. Where was I? Oh yes, new acronym. Okay. I've always been a fan of armed, prepared citizen. Okay. I just like that concept. I like everything about it, what it entails, what it connotates, etc. So we're going to be cool, and you guys can be cool too, I'm going to start adopting the acronym APC. And sounds like a cool term, right? Your APC, you think military terms, armored personnel carrier. So it's automatically cool, right? Alright, so APC, armed prepared citizen. It's easier to say APC than armed prepared citizen, I guess, all the time in a video. So, first piece of gear for the APC is going to be this right here. Now the first thing you're probably saying is, oh great, looks like just a regular over-the-shoulder bag that a dozen other companies make. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of other companies that make them. And that's what it is, it's an old over-the-shoulder bag. This is Tactical Tailor's Crossfire shoulder bag, right? I've looked at some of the other ones out there, and there's some good ones, okay? Some of the other companies are making some really good bags. They're really well laid out, got a lot of good features to them, good quality, etc. My problem with them has always been, they've always either been too big or too small for what I want to do with it and what I recommend doing with it. So I was a little hesitant when I picked this one up for myself, just because, you know, it's hard to tell in pictures and everything with the scale and everything what something is. But okay, I'll take a chance on it. Can't hurt. Who doesn't like new gear anyway, right? So I got it and just immediately fell in love with it. Now I've been using it for some weeks now, and I've actually found myself liking it and using it for more things than what I really even originally thought I would use it for. So how does a bag like this fit into everyday life of an APC? And can it fit into your longer term preparations? I'm glad you asked that question, because I'm going to tell you. First off, let me show you a little bit about the bag. And if I don't stop getting interrupted by this thing, I'm gonna really be annoyed. All right, sorry. Technology. Okay. Oh yeah, gotta stand up slow. All right, this bag, I'm gonna give you a little scale. I'm a little over 6'1" with shoes on, so that'll give you kind of idea how big the bag is. You can see it's not overly thick, right? Now I don't have it stuffed to the gills at the moment, but I do have some stuff in there. This one's a coyote brown one. We'll go over the features real quick, and then I'll get into using it and stuff. Coyote brown 1000D Cordura. You've got shoulder strap, okay, with a pad on it that slides around. Shoulder strap's got tri-glide on either side to adjust the length. You've got a pretty cool waist strap right here to go around your waist, okay? Buckle, tri-glide to adjust it with, and there's some webbing on the side right here. It's about like Malay webbing, and these clips come off, and you can move it up or down the webbing to get it situated where you want it at, depending on how high or low you ride the bag, to put it around your waist, right? If you don't want to use it at all, you can completely take it off. Now, me personally, I haven't been using it. These clips are really good. You gotta work with them to get them off. So you don't have to worry about it coming off accidentally, right? Now, that's the, I like how small, you use regular 1-inch webbing, so it's small, low profile. You could actually roll that up and stick it in the bottom of the bag inside, and always have it with you. And then if you needed to use it, you could, okay? Excuse me just a second. Video is going to be 3 hours long just because interruptions. Alright. On the back side against your body, you've got the mesh material. Helps keep it a little bit cooler, doesn't make it so it doesn't sweat quite as much up against your body, right? Lets a little bit of airflow through. Cool thing I like, and why I don't like using the waist belt much, you've got this loop right here that has a snap on it. You can just take this and run it over your belt, your pants belt, loop that in, gives it a little bit of security. There you go. It's not flopping around, not bouncing around, but you don't have an extra strap on you. Easy to get on and off. You just reach down, pop the snap, boom, comes right out. Easy stuff. About the only thing I found on the shoulder strap that I don't like, and I shouldn't say I don't like it, it's just kind of a, if I had my preferences, let's put it that way. I would like to see one side have a side release buckle on. The reason for that is just so if I was in a situation where I needed to get out of it real quick, and say I was in a tight spaces or tangled up in something or whatever, and I couldn't take it over my head or shoulder, I'd like to be able to push that buckle and just pull it off. I think I might know a guy who can sew a little bit that might could accomplish that for me. Can I have to look into that and see? Thoughts brewing. Okay. Other than that, and that's not really even a big deal, I love the shoulder pad, okay? You've got your mesh material on there, but then you've got 2 strips of tacky material that help kind of keep it in place. One of the things I've noticed about shoulder straps on other bags like this, the shoulder strap is either fixed or it's so tight on the webbing that if the bag moves or the webbing moves, the whole shoulder strap moves with it. Tactical Tailor was really smart in this one, in that when the shoulder strap's in place on your shoulder and the weight of the bag's hanging on it, the shoulder strap will stay in place and the bag's free to move around. I love that, because then the shoulder pad always is right there and allows the bag to move as it needs to as you're walking or climbing or doing whatever it is you're doing. I love that feature, okay? So, onto the bag itself. Like I said, on the sides here, on the bottom, you got 3 pieces of MOLLE webbing, about 1.5 inches standard MOLLE width. Up top here, you've got 3 pieces of webbing on each side here. On the outside front, you've got some shock cord and a toaster to adjust it. Really cool feature, so that you can just stuff something underneath it that you want to get to, real easy. I find it works really good. I like to wear a hat a lot. When you go indoors places, any true Southern gentleman, you always take your hat off when you go inside. Okay. Both of my grandfathers would roll in their grave if I didn't do that. So, Southern gentleman thing, right? So when you go inside, take your hat off. It makes a real easy little place using that shock cord that I can just stuff my hat under. It holds it in place, and then when I want to put it back on, just pull it out, throw it on, good to go. The old cranium's covered again. So you can put all kind of stuff underneath the shock cord, and you can adjust the tension on it, etc. Then you've got a little small pocket outside right here that unzippers. Inside of this pocket, it's going to be kind of hard to show on camera, but because it's so dark in there, but there's a little organizer against the outside flap. Okay, it's got a little pocket right there. You've got the little organizer, then you've got another pocket, right? And then you've got a series of elastic loops in there that you can stick stuff in. Does a good job of securing things. Then you've got a dummy cord loop up top, okay? That's so that you can dummy cord stuff to it that you want to pull out and not lose it, keep it attached and whatnot. So onto the bigger pocket. On the bigger pocket, big main pocket, fairly spacious inside. You've got a mesh secondary pocket in there that expands out pretty good. It's probably, 3 or 4 inches maybe, give or take, without sticking a measure to it. And there you go. Just right to put some stuff in. Great for just, a day out and about. You want to just stick stuff in it. You don't want to have any pockets and stuff all the time. The other good feature is, you've got this little flap right here. Underneath it, you've got another zipper. Okay? When you unzip that zipper, you've got the big, huge interior cavity. That, is where your handgun would go. Now there's a holster in there. It's a big panel of Velcro on the back wall, right? You can take that holster off and it Velcros up or down wherever you want it on the panel, depending on the size gun you're carrying. Then you can adjust the Velcro to fit around the trigger guard of the gun. It does completely cover the trigger, so on guns like M&Ps, Glocks, etc., you're safe because you've got the trigger completely covered, just like in any other holster. That's a consideration you always need to look for when you're looking at things like this, that you're going to have a firearm in. So, plenty of room to reach in and grab it and draw it, right? So, for daily, everyday use, this bag makes a really good just daily carry bag, okay? It hangs real nice at your side. You can see where the shoulder strap's at. I can move the bag around and the shoulder strap pretty much stays in place, right? Fits around to your side. If you need to do something, push around behind you, you're good to go. Pull it back around in the front. You can have it on your side, more in front, wherever you want, right? Put your wallet, all that kind of good stuff in there. If I want to, I can take that loop, hook it onto my pants belt, and there you go. It's not going anywhere. It's plenty stable. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to show you some stuff. But you can easily get into all your items. Just makes a real convenient everyday carry. Now, I've been carrying it for a while now, using it, and I've actually gotten some really good compliments on it from a number of different people, including folks that were some women. They were like, "Oh my gosh, my husband's been looking for something just like that. What is that?" And I'll tell them. So for everyday carry, when you're going to be in and out and stuff, you can have your gun, you can have reloads. Like you saw in the pouch, I've got 2 spare reloads for mine right there. Extra flashlight, etc. Now that loop doesn't get in the way, believe it or not, when you're using it. So, the other cool thing about this bag is it works well with other gear. I'm going to show you that in a second. To draw a handgun though, you just unzip it, hand in, draw, and you're there. Now, it's not a speed reload, it's not a speed holster, okay? This isn't going to replace the speed and functionality of an actual concealed belt holster. But it's an option if you're doing things where you may need a bag like this and not necessarily want to have your holster on. One good option for this is, in addition to daily carry, is if you keep items in your vehicle for like a get home setup, emergency gear. You can keep things like a small backpack, and this is Tactical Tailor's removable operator pack. You can keep some supplies in that bag, keep that in your vehicle, right? Throw on your backpack, and now I can take off on foot, and I've just got a couple of bags on me. No big deal. It's right here, easy to get to, etc. In wintertime, colder weather, if you've got to have big bulky clothing layers on, that's going to cover up your concealed carry rig, if you're having to get home on foot or whatever, it can be hard to access your handgun underneath all those clothing layers, all right? You can put it in this, throw it on outside, and you can still get to your handgun, and it's still concealed. It just looks like a regular bag. Now, there's a number of different scenarios that I can envision using this for and ways to use it. We'll get into those in some future videos, but hopefully this kind of get your mind thinking about different ways you could utilize this bag. Think about times when you want to have access to your handgun with something like a backpack, but you don't necessarily want it to be open or whatever. You don't want people to see what you've actually got in there. These come in, I know they've got coyote, black, ranger green. I think there's a couple of two-tone colored ones. Double check Tactical Tailor's website or email me. I'll put a link up to it in the description down below there, so you can actually see the colors on TT's website. But again, this is their Crossfire concealed carry bag. Man, I've just been getting so much personal use out of this bag for so many different ways and reasons. Use your imagination. Think of different situations where you could utilize this bag standalone with a backpack, whatever. All kind of ways you could do this. And I'll touch on this real quick, and then I'll shut up and close her out because I don't want you to get bored listening to me waffle on forever. But hey, it's my channel, so I can talk as long as I want to, right? Back to the point about it not being as fast as like a concealed carry rig, right? This is going to be one of those things where if you're having to use this, you're going to have to bump up that situational awareness. You're going to have to be paying attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to people, situations. You should already be doing that. You should already be trying to avoid situations as you can, using that situational awareness to not let yourself get into a situation that you don't want to be in, either by avoiding it or backing out of it before it starts. However, it's life, dude. Stuff happens, right? Let's say you're in my channel's about preparedness, so here we go. You're in a catastrophic situation. You're at work. Crap's hit the fan. Let's hypothetically say there's been some kind of an EMP hit, be it from a solar flare or man-made, whatever. Okay, things ain't working. You got to get home. You're going on foot, right? Well, there's going to be all kind of chaos around you because everybody else is going to be flipping out too. Think about all the unprepared sheep in the world, how bad they're going to be freaking out when something like that happens. A lot of people aren't going to be paying attention to you walking along trying to get home. Now, it ain't going to be like strolling through the mall, guys. People aren't going to be sitting there sipping lattes, watching you walk by going, wow, look at that weirdo. Ain't going to happen. Sheep are going to be flipping out, probably not even notice you for the most part. The lesser elements of society, the goblins out there, they might be, but they're going to be kind of caught up to a certain extent in the chaos as well. If you see something that's starting to make you a little uncomfortable, it's really easy to grab that and just kind of slip your hand in there like you're resting your arm as you're walking along, right? So I'm just diddy bopping along, you know, checking things out. Something happens and all of a sudden I've got to draw. Well, I'm out. Okay, it's not a huge deal. Again, it's not as fast, but it isn't a huge deal. So hopefully we cut that thought off before anybody freaks out about it. Keep it in context, keep it in situation, even daily carry. So closing out for now, please let me know if you have any questions about this bag. I'm going to start showing some scenarios of using this thing. Sorry, I got to sit down again. I'm definitely going to start showing some scenarios to use this. Let me know if you got questions. I'm glad to try to answer them. This is Tactical Tailor's Crossfire concealed carry bag. Awesome piece of gear. I've really come to love this thing. Lots of versatility. So yeah, there you go. thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Feel free to share and spread it around. And we'll see you in the next. Take care. Thanks.